Charles Martin, Prince Charles, standing at 6'5", a lefty going up against Daniel Martz, nicknamed the Mountain at 6'7", a guy who, when he's not fighting, he's waiting on tables at a Ruby Tuesday. Let's head to Ray Flores.
Ladies and gentlemen, the action continues here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, as we now have 10 rounds in the heavyweight division, sponsored by MGM Resorts and Brooklyn Boxing. Your three judges at ringside will be Mark Nelson, Adam Pollock, and Ludi Webster. Your referee in charge when the bell sounds, Celestino Ruiz. Introducing first, fighting to my left out of the red corner, he comes in wearing the black trunks trimmed with the lime green. Official weight 250.5 pounds. His record includes 18 wins, 15 of those coming by way of knockout against 6 losses and 1 draw. Fighting out of Clarksburg, West Virginia. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Daniel the Mountain Martz. And across the ring, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. He comes in wearing the black and gold, weighing in officially at a ready 253.5 pounds. His stellar record includes 26 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 23 wins coming inside the distance. Fighting out of Norwalk, California. Please welcome the former heavyweight champion of the world, Prince Charles Martin.
Gentlemen, I gave you guys your instruction in the dressing room. I expect a clean, fair fight, start to finish. Touch up, let's go.
Well, there's Charles Martin, former IBF heavyweight champion. He wants to get back into the conversation of the exciting heavyweight division. Meanwhile, March, don't take him lightly because, you know, he comes into this fight with first and second round knockouts in his previous 2 fights. See how March, the underdog, handles Martin, the former champ.
Right now, March, it doesn't seem like he has experience of fighting a southpaw because he's straight up and down. And he's moving straight back.
And his chin is way up in the air. It's a bad place to be for a heavyweight.
Especially against a guy like Martin, who can whack pretty good.
Yeah, Martin's got power. He's coming off that Kovnatsky bout last September at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Martin has fought once since then, and that was in Arlington, Texas, against Gregory Corbin, who was disqualified after repeated low blows.
Oh, good straight right hand.
It was. Momentarily stunned Martin, too.
Yeah, Martz.
Let him go. Stop. Break.
Said they'll be watching in Uniontown, Pennsylvania, the Ruby Tuesday, where he waits on tables when he's not boxing.
He wins this fight, I'm going to go there and ask for his breakfast special.
Boxing has become more of a lifestyle for him. I'll do the jokes for him.
All right, yeah, it kind of died.
It's okay.
No. But look, at least he's fighting southpaw the way he's supposed to. He's moving to his left. Now he's winding up, running in. That ain't the smartest thing. But he's moving to his left, pushing Martin to his left.
But when he come in, you don't notice that his chin is high.
Right.
Martin can throw overhand left and catch.
That's right. Yeah. And when Martin, who's fought, earlier he was in the 230-pound range. He's more like 250.
You know, and Anthony, as you know, the other thing is you've got to give head movement when you fight a southpaw. That straight up and down is good. You could, like you said, you can run into anything.
Straight left.
I mean, March does have 50 knockouts in his 25 professional fights.
I think he fought the same guy 4 times.
Yeah, there were a couple of people, when you looked at the opponents, he did fight a couple of opponents the same.
Yes, he fought the guy 4 times. I mean, I don't know if that was the only guy there, but yeah, he fought the same guy 4 times. But he's coming to fight. He's not backing down from Martin at all just because he was a former world champion. He's coming to fight.
And there you go, Anthony. He had his chin in the air, and he got caught with a straight left. He's got to make sure it's not a straight. I mean,
I
a
think
straight
that might
right.
put him down.
Yeah, he's got to watch it. That straight left.
Big miss, a left by Martz. He kind of stumbled into Martin.
And Martin hit with that left.
Through round one, scheduled for 10 with a couple of heavyweights. I mean, heavy. Talked about a little bit earlier. Meanwhile, Charles Martin against Daniel Martz. Martz, by the way, he broke someone's jaw after his hand. He broke his right hand. This was a fight in 2013 against Jonathan Hand with an uppercut, and then he later broke his opponent's jaw and won that fight.
Broke his hand in the second round and broke his jaw in the third.
So he's capable.
Look, one thing about Daniel Martz, the mountain man, he's 6-2 over his last 8 fights, and all of them landed. 4-2 over the last 6, and all of them ended in knockout. Either he won by knockout or he got knocked out.
There's that overhand left I was just telling you about.
And that landed by Prince
And put a mark on his eye. His right eye is kind of marked up right now.
No, Anthony knows as well as I do. You can't run straight in against any fighter, particularly a southpaw. You got to move your feet, slide in. He's jumping in. He's going to get cut. There it is. He got caught with a body shot right there.
Now imagine he would have came over the top with that punch. He'd have been down.
But this, you know what?
There's a little too much clinch of hugging going
And
on.
that's the way he's gonna. That's the one of the ways he's gonna be effective in this fight is by making it ugly. He's got to make it an ugly fight.
Nice shot, right? You saw that.
Nice shot in there.
Martz, he moved ahead of Martin. Landed a shot from the right side.
And his eye is swelling up to Martin's. His right eye.
Right eye.
Oh, straight right hand.
Caught him.
Good right hand. Look, one thing he does, he keeps that right hand around his chin, which is,
Uppercut landed after Martin was off balance. And a body shot from Martz. He's swinging away. Martz.
Attaboy.
He's got on his cheek swelling up as Martin backed him off.
But just what Anthony said, he's going to walk straight into a straight left hand because he's coming straight forward and he's lunging in. He's going to caught with that straight left hand unless he moves his head.
Mart's best option is to fight inside because he's working in the inside. And that's where he needs to be, even though he's the taller fighter.
Let him go, Prince. Let him go.
Martz swinging away. Looks like he landed a right. That one misses. Inside of 30 seconds, round 2. One thing Charles Martin said he learned from his last fight is don't take long layoffs. He's fought some people in Kovnatsky and Anthony Joshua. He's had some worthy opponents.
Let him go, Prince. Let him go, Prince. Let him go, Prince. Backside of it. Backside of it.
And after it appeared that Martin won the first round, could that flurry earlier by Martz given him this round? And this is Daniel Martz doing damage against Charles Martin. And this is when Charles Martin was the champion, the IBF champion. Trying to rebuild his career. Looks a little leaner there back in 2016. Remember, he took a 23-0-1 record into that first defense of his title against Anthony Joshua in London, and Joshua made short work of him with a second-round knockout. Sweating it out tonight against Martz. Start of round 3. Glad you're watching Premier Boxing Champions live on FS1 from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Martin said he feels better. He's been with a different trainer for 2 fights now. This is his 3rd fight, so he said he feels better. Let's see how he performs for the rest of this fight.
And meanwhile, Martz said that his best punch is straight right hand, a right uppercut. And that's what he hopes to use as Martin, probably our unofficial scoring, has won the first few rounds.
See, even though Martin came in with a good left, right, or right, left, he got second punch with a right hand because his head's straight up in the air. Chris, when you throw a punch, when you're a southpaw, you roll. You hit it when you throw the punches. You roll underneath. Pick them hands up, roll underneath, because the guy's gonna come over the top of you 9 out of 10 times.
It does appear that Martz is walking right into something. Martin hasn't been able to deliver that punch.
Right, once he can connect with that one punch, I think he'll hurt him and put him down. I don't know if it'll be for good, but I think he'll go down once he get caught with that one good punch.
Yeah, Martin has 23 knockouts in his 29 fights.
See, the thing about Martin is, there's nothing fluid about him right now. He's trying to pin, he's trying to pick his shots. He's aiming his shots instead of just letting punches flow.
I think he's looking for that one big punch.
Yeah, he was looking
just
there.
the wrong things, you know.
He missed with a left.
He should be jabbing. He should be up, jabbing to the head, jabbing to the body, slipping aside, throwing punch. Yeah, just let the punches flow.
That was a good counter right hook.
Step back, don't punch, step back.
I think Martin needs to throw a little bit more punches. If he can do that, he can set him up for something big. And here it goes.
A left against the ropes. And the punch from Martz, who's squinting.
Yeah, he's closing his eyes on the inside.
I think that was that one big punch we were talking about.
Yeah.
That straight left. The big punch. I think the overhand will seal the deal.
Yeah, the face of Martz marked up. And we're not even through the third round, but under 35 to go. Still looks, there's a right from Martin. And then
see, Martz can't find his distance. He's too far out. He throws a 1-2. See, just like that.
Yeah, he's reaching.
Line of fire for the counter.
And he's hopping in. You got to sit there with your punches, especially being a heavyweight. You can't have your chin way in the air and try to catch somebody.
Oh, that landed again on the head. And now a couple body shots. As we
Now go, Prince. Now go. Stop.
close out round 3, they are separated by Celestino Ruiz. So Charles Martin, the left, the greatest impact that sent Martz reeling, but he stayed on his feet. Charles Martin, who has only been knocked out once in his professional career. Daniel Martz trying to hang in there. Good crowd here at the Armory in Minneapolis, live on FS1.
That's that left hand that I was just talking about.
And Martz, he feels it. And then he has him down. Martz is down and
5, 6, 7, 8.
he's going to get
You
up.
want to continue. Walk that way. Walk back. Come back.
He wants to continue, he tells our referee.
Let's see if he can finish the deal.
It didn't look like as strong a punch as he got earlier. Sweat flying there.
Look, he's looking to hold on. This is with Charles Martz come in, feint, and throw that left hand. Feint the guy to get him out of position, then throw that left hand.
I don't think Martz really wants to fight anymore, honestly.
Well, he did get up. Now he bounces out of the ropes. Martin is sensing the finish.
There it is. Threw the feint, but not throw the punch.
Sweat flying. Martin up facing body shots. Martin delivering.
And Martin has to move around him. He's just going straight back. That's how you get tied up. Move around him. Don't go straight back in a straight line.
A shot to the gut. Another left to the gut.
And Martz definitely felt that body shot. His face cringed when he got hit.
And there's a lot of body to feel it with.
Never been throwing nothing but power punches this whole fight.
And a clash of big bodies.
See, this one, look, Martin is the experience to keep a guy off him. He's got to use that forearm to push the guy back. Don't let him tie you up. Keep your hands up and push the guy off.
Martin's landed
Use experience.
over 30% of his punches.
Oh,
Down to one knee, a left. And Martin steps away.
I think it is.
Second time that Martz has gone down in this round.
It's over.
7, 8.
He He's up.
That's it.
You want to continue?
That's it. He does not continue. And Anthony, you said it looked like Martz didn't want to go on with this fight. And one more shot sent him down.
Definitely. He didn't want to quit. He wanted the ref to stop it. We can tell by what just happened. He said he wanted to continue, but he really didn't want to continue when the ref stopped it.
Charles Martin will improve to 27-2-1. And this was the first time he sent Martz down. See, that didn't look, the body shot, maybe that right had more of an impact. After Martz got up, this is the one where Martz didn't want to get up, and Martin takes him out. Impressive performance from the former champ, Charles Martin, in the heavyweight clash, taking care of Dan Martz with a couple of knockdowns with Anthony Durrell and Ray Mancini. Let's look at those knockdowns once again, Anthony.
Right, I mean, the left hand, I called it out. I said an overhand, but the straight left got him. It was a delayed reaction by Martz, but Martin went in there and did what he was supposed to do, especially with that knockdown.
And Ray, the second one, he didn't get out.
No, he's hurt. He's been hurt. That body shot, look, when he got up the first time, he said he wanted to fight. His heart's in the right place, but that took everything out of him, that body shot right there.
And Martin knew it when he walked away. As we look at the total punches thrown and landed and the high percentage for Charles Martin, and the power punches, and we saw those on display, whether it was the left or the right, and landing more than 50% for your winner, Charles Martin. And to the ring, and Ray Flores.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 2 minutes, 3 seconds of the fourth round. Referee in charge, Celestino Ruiz, steps in and halts the contest for your winner by TKO, Prince Charles Martin.
Charles, congratulations. That straight left really hurt him. You told us yesterday in the fighter meetings that you wanted to stop Martz, and you did. How would you rate your performance?
Yeah, it was a good performance. I told my team that I was going to stop him with a body shot, so I was just strictly looking to live up to what I said. And, I didn't get to warm up really up in the dressing room because it was, quick. So I had to get that second win, you know what I mean? It's not that I'm a late starter. I just had to get a second win. But, yeah, man. Overall, I think I did well. But we're going back to the gym, and we continuing to learn.
And this is your second fight this year. Looking at the rest of 2019, you're a former world champion. Where would you like to see yourself?
Yes, I would like to see myself fighting for another title at the end of this year.
Any guys in mind?
Wilder or Manuel Charr.